There are a lot of reasons why you can't stop eating processed foods. That comes down to your habits, to your surroundings, to your emotional state, to malnutrition, and some other reasons. But one of the reasons that maybe you are not aware is that these big corporations, they spend millions on research to find out what will hook us. That's right, they make dozens, hundreds, and I don't know, sometimes thousands of experiments to figure out the exact amount of sweetness, fat and salt that the product has to have in order for us to want it and eat it more and more and more. I will make a 3-part video talking about this book here, and I will talk about every topic here, discuss it. Like I will talk about sugar, and I will talk about salt, and I will talk about fat. In this video in particular I will talk about sugar and what makes us crave. So why don't we get started? The first thing you need to know about sugar is that our brain and body is hardwired for sweets. Oh look, candy! And do you know that map tongue that you probably learn on school or maybe in some old wine book course where they teach you about the map tongue? That you will taste sweet in the point of your tongue and salt and sour on the sides, things like that. Well, that's bullshit. We taste sweet everywhere. Only in our mouth we have around 10,000 sweet taste buds, and they are connected to our pleasure centers on the brain. 10,000. But it doesn't stop there. Researchers now found out that we also have taste receptors in our esophagus, stomach and pancreas. That's scary. Oh look, my favorite candy when I was a child. And the second thing you need to know about sweets and sugar is that companies are very aware of this map tongue fully that doesn't make any sense, along with a lot more why we crave sweets. But getting back to some facts about sugar, on average we eat around 71 pounds, that's 32 kilos of caloric sweeteners per year. It's the same thing as eating 22 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's a lot. And it's not good for us. For example, nowadays there are a lot of foods that basically they are candy. We can't even consider them foods. One great example, it's what we call the cereal breakfast. For example, this year, this is not cereal guys. This is candy. And a good one. This year, oatmeal, this is cereal. This is candy. And this is what a lot of people eat for breakfast, thinking this is healthy because it contains I don't know how many vitamins and things like that, but I will leave that for another video. To better make you understand why we crave so much those products and why we love them, why we can't stop eat them, like we just want more and more, it's because of what some people found out. There is a center in Philadelphia called Monochemical Senses Center. In that center, they have scientists that are free to select what they want to study, what they want to learn. And the money they get, of course, it's from big companies because they have some interest behind it. So they donate money and they start to have some power on those institutions to make them research that will be beneficial for us. Big companies are ahead of us like 3 years. Basically, before the research in the data is outside, they already have it and they take use of it and they make great products. Not healthy ones. I'm just saying that they make products that people love to eat. For example, one of the things that they found out on that institution was what we call a bliss point. So what is a bliss point? Bliss point is a term used to describe the perfect amount of sugar, meaning no less, no more, the perfect amount of sugar for us to use on food and drinks and make it most enjoyable, for us to also to want it more and more and more. But it's not only sugar that actually is considered as sugar in our body. Do you know what is also considered as sugar? Pizza, white bread, white flour, any kind of refined starch basically. And that process, the process of our body starts converting it to sugar with an enzyme called amylase. Yes, that's right, eating white bread and things like that is considered as sugar. So for example, just the product that I just mentioned, like Chocopic, I'm pretty sure that they have like an awesome formula on it. They have changed it in the last few years. And from my experience, it's getting more addictive and addictive. Because I remember like a few years ago, if I would eat like a whole lot of it, like I would say, oh, it's enough. Nowadays, I can eat like a huge bowl of it. In the end, I feel full, but I'm still able to continue to eat. And that's because they use the bliss point. They craft the perfect amount of sugar, sodium, fat that will make us want more and more. And remember, the product itself doesn't have only around 29 grams of sugar, because most of it is composed with refined starch. And as I just mentioned, refined starch is converted as sugar. Another amazing discovery that they did on the Monal Center was that children are able to tolerate more sweet than adults. So that's why they love to eat sugar and they get so excited about it. Let's make a recap of everything I said that is important on this video. The first one is that we have a bliss point, a perfect amount of sugar that we are able to eat and just say, oh come on, keep giving it to me. Another one is that we have sweet receptors all in our body. As I said, around 10,000 in our mouth. We also have sweet taste receptors in our esophagus, stomach and pancreas. White starch, even though it's not sugar, you can consider it as a source of it. So be aware of that. And lastly is that kids, they enjoy eating more sweet foods than grown-ups. As a bonus to you that are still watching this video, I will share another secret with you. Do you know when a specific brand creates a new product with a different flavor or taste or things like that? In marketing, that's called line extensions. And the reason why those companies do that, it's not because they want to replace the whole product. What they know is that people make decisions around their emotions. By doing that, by creating some line extensions, that will create some buzz. It will create some discussions. Oh, are you drinking that new flavor? Do you like it? Oh, I prefer this old one. And what actually happens is that companies, when they create those line extensions, those new flavors, products, they start to sell more of the old one. And we make that decision due to emotional reasons. It's also because we want to show that we are still drinking the original product, so we feel kind of better. And they are very aware of this. Like, I really love these topics about human behavior. And I will be talking a lot about this in future videos. But that's it for this video. I hope it has been informative and somehow entertaining for you. If you are still watching, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions or something that you want to say, just please leave a comment below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Now it's time to eat Choco Peak. Take care.